Dragons Tower Reviews presents my top 10 Marvel Universe figures countdown.
Hey guys, I'm here with another video, but this time it's not a review. Today I am taking a look at my top 10 Marvel Universe figures. So, top 10 Marvel Universe figure is, number 10 is James Buchanan Barnes. That's right, folks. Bucky was always a figure that I wanted. I wanted him for Christmas so bad, and I actually did get him. And he met my expectations. The color palette in this guy is just fantastic. The weird blues and the reds, it doesn't match any Captain America figure, which is the bummer part. It works okay with Golden Age Captain America, but it doesn't really match him per se. He's also, I'll grab First Avenger Captain America here. He's also way shorter than Marvel Universe figure, which makes sense because he's so doggone younger. The face sculpt is good, the paint's good, the articulation's good. Like, everything about this figure is just perfect, and I just love him for it. Not to mention the character is Bucky, and that helps the figure out a lot, because, I mean, it's Bucky. He's way cool. Like, heck with all the Winter Soldier junk. Bucky's where it's at, man. No offense, Winter Soldier fans, I'm not ripping on Winter Soldier, I'm just saying Bucky's a zillion times cooler. Anyway, so yeah. And he's just a great piece to my collection, easily deserves a number 10 spot in my top 10. So, moving on to number 9. Here's lucky number 9 figure in the top 10 countdown. We have the one, the only Star-Lord. You might be thinking, what? I thought you hated Star-Lord. I do hate Star-Lord, but his figure really grew on me after I got him out of the box. Like, jeez. All the washes in this guy, all the articulation, the general look of the figure is fantastic. I mean, I don't like the character, but boy, the figure, he's really a good figure. He's got the blues and the reds and all the... He looks really cool, overall. He's my least favorite character to ever be a Guardian of the Galaxy overall, though, which does hurt the figure a bit. My favorite's Major Victory, who they don't have a figure for yet, I don't think. But, gosh, you know, the figure itself just looks really, really cool. So, though I don't like the character, I do like the figure, and that does help it a lot. So, just because of the look of him, he scores number 9 in my collection. He's got a lot more washes than Bucky, which puts him up top. So, moving on to number 8. In the top 10 Marvel Universe countdown is Cain Marko, the Juggernaut. Now, I'm going to be honest with you real quick, I'm not an X-Men guy. Never was, never will be. Certain characters like Nightcrawler, Magneto, Professor X, they're okay characters. Juggernaut was never one I was a huge fan of, but boy, the figure just makes me like him a lot more. Like, just look at this guy. And granted, his mold's been reused. Like, these are now Thanos' boots, and they made a Jack Kirby Hulk out of this sculpt. So, like, they remolded him. This is the first one, and it's great. All the metal up there, just okay articulation, especially for a big guy. You know, you can get some rather dynamic poses out of such a huge guy. You know, the reason I wanted him really is because he's also kind of a Spider-Man bad guy, so I know, as far as I know. So yeah, he's a fun figure overall. Lots of washes. And it's shameful, too, because the sculpt's good, the paint's good, everything's good, and it tops some small figures. No stupid accessories, he's just straightforward Juggernaut. I love him. He's just a great figure. And he's definitely good figure, worth picking up. So, moving on to number 7. In the number 7 spot, we have the great and infamous throughout the universe, Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer. I'm just going to leave him without a surfboard right now. I'll show you that next. Silver Surfer's never been a big character of mine. As you can see, I'm not a big fan of the whole cosmic-y alternate universe and space and all that jazz. It's never been my thing. But this figure, wow. It looks almost exactly like his first appearance. You got the dark, deep-set eyes, all the... You can't catch this, but there's just a little bit of shimmer to him. Just great. It looks just like he did, and the board is painted similarly. White, and it fades down to gray. Foot pegs, he doesn't stay on it very well, which is my only gripe to it, but that's the problem with the original mold they used. This remold is, remold that works. It's pretty much, I think it was mainly just to capture his first look, and it looks fantastic. I've seen the other Silver Surfer, I've held the other Silver Surfer, I've goofed around with it, but boy, it's nothing compared to this guy. This guy, if you find a Silver Surfer, he's where it's at. He was in a 3-pack with Stealth Iron Man and a first appearance style Daredevil, like the yellow, black, and red one. Really fun. So yeah, he was one that definitely deserved a spot in the top 10. So, moving on. And number 10, we have Modular Armor Iron Man, which most people know this is the Bleeding Edge armor, but obviously they changed the name because it's kind of a gross term for kids. But yeah, he's cool. He's got all kinds of posability. He finally has that neck joint, which I've always wanted in a Marvel Universe Iron Man, so he can fly off. You know, just great. Double knees, just everything you could want from an Iron Man figure. This guy's got all the blue and white lights. This is how I knew Iron Man. You know, I like the older comics. I'm a big fan of the older comics, but I didn't grow up with them. I grew up with the cartoons, and this is how he was portrayed. You know, so I really like him. He's a good figure all around. Like, really cool. He's got the little jets on his feet too. That's cool. Just tons of great details, like hinges here, that make him definitely probably the best Iron Man figure ever. But Iron Man is far from my favorite character, so that's kind of what puts him in such a bad spot. So yeah, if he was like my favorite character, he'd probably make it number 1. If you see him around, pick him up. He's totally worth your money. So, moving on. Alright, we've made it through the first half. Now, for number 5, we have the great and infamous, through every nation on Earth, we have Steven Rogers, Captain America. Now, this uniform is kind of an Ultimates-y look. That never really bothered me, though. It still screeched Captain America. And he's just covered in great details, washes and boots and whatever. His shield is even beautiful. It's got the little highlight right there. Do you see that? It looks like sunlight, but it's not. Right there. It gets lighter at one spot. No, I know, it's right there. It's really, really cool. Just a fantastic figure. The head sculpt was a little pinheaded to me always, but that's never been that big a deal. He's just a fantastic figure, and the fact that he's my very favorite superhero ever doesn't exactly hurt. So yeah, though I don't think that you'll ever see him in stores, though. He would be worth your money, but geez, I think he's gone. But yeah, he's a great figure. The only thing I've never understood is why they never released a single card of just everyday superhero Captain America. They released Golden Age, which I reviewed, and then they released, before that they released Ultimate. They released several versions of Ultimate. In First Avengers they released a superhero Captain America, but never in Marvel Universe, which just really confused me. But yeah, this is another great figure, and he's definitely worth having. Alright, number 4 of the review. We have actually a partner to Silver Surfer we have in his 3-pack. We have Stealth Tech Iron Man. This figure just was awesome to me. Now, my very first Marvel Universe figure ever was a classic Iron Man. I didn't like the more modular, like extremist Iron Man or whatever. For something about him I didn't really like. I think it was the little heart implant. I preferred the circular one over the triangular one, so I picked up the classic one. And though I loved the stealth armor there went with the triangular one, so it didn't match my Iron Man. Then they released this guy, and I got him on New Year's Day, actually, New Year's Eve, and geez, this guy was my pride and joy for a while there. Look, you can see like the light, parentheses around that, coming out of his heart implant, the eyes, and it's not solid blue either. It's actually black. The figure, it's just completely black. And then they have a metallic blue dry brush, or airbrush, or whatever, all over him. So he looks really night opsy, kind of scary almost. Like the Iron Man 2 one, which is just metallic blue, that one's okay too, but this one just feels very stealthy, very secretive. The only thing that could make it better is what if, like, from here down it slowly started fading into translucent plastic. That'd be so cool. But this is really cool too. I really like him, and hence he gets into number 4. Now for the big winners, we have number 3 on my line, the infamous, twisted, evil Norman Osborn as Green Goblin. You know, Iron Patriot's an okay character, and I kind of dig him, though some people don't. But Green Goblin, oh my gosh, this is where it's at, man. Heck with Iron Patriot. Norman Osborn will always be Green Goblin to me. Just great figure all around. Washes through the scales, beautifully sculpted. All the stitches in his ripped up costume. Look at him. He looks like something you'd see on a cross between Lord of the Rings and Halloween. Like, seriously, he's beautiful. He's got the bag, he's got the washes, beautifully painted all the way through. He's one good-looking goblin, if I do say so myself. Look at those eyes, they'll haunt you forever. That face is just perfect. Everything on him was just nailed. And as if that wasn't good enough, we've got his accessories. A beautifully sculpted Green Goblin glider with beautiful paint job, too, that he can stand on fairly well. I'm not going to do it right now. And then, as if that's not good enough, his pumpkin bomb, which is painted with multiple layers. Look, it's smaller than my fingernail, and it's painted with multiple layers. And not only that, he can hold this bad boy. I'll plug it into his hand real quick to show you. There we are. Yep, Spider-Man's toast. It's over. Like, seriously, how much cooler can you get? He's just a fantastic figure all around, and he was a treasure of mine. So, moving on, we have number 2. This guy takes the great and lofty 2nd place. We have the one and only Steven Rogers' clone. No. Yeah, it is another Captain America, folks. Once this again, it doesn't really hurt the fact that he's my favorite character. That probably helps him get more on the list. But yeah, this is the only other Marvel Universe Captain America that I'm really aware of. Like, there's Commander Rogers and whatnot, but geez, this guy is awesome. Like I said, I have a soft spot in my heart for Golden Age stuff, and this guy's just Golden Age all over him. You know, if you don't know much about him, watch my review on him. He's really a good figure, and if you see him, I recommend him. He's just fun all the way around. And now, for the esteemed and amazing place of number 1, we have the mean, the lean, the green Bruce Banner as the Incredible Hulk. Oh yeah, this guy, the new improved one, he just ranks number 1. Hulk is like number 4 or 5 on my favorites list. Probably like my favorite's Captain America. My second is Green Lantern. I know he's DC. I'm not a big DC guy, but I like Green Lantern. So number 3, yeah, number 3 is probably Hulk, and he is just, this figure is like, if you don't know him, watch my review. He's worth watching. If you can never have him, just admire him as like the Mona Lisa of Hulkness. He's just a great figure, fantastic in every way, and he definitely deserves number 1 on my list. So, there are my top 10 Marvel Universe figures, and I'm a big Marvel guy. I've got lots of Marvel figures everywhere, and I have those, like, 20, 30, 40 figures. I don't even know. I have to count them again. These guys are the ones that stand out the most. So if you see any of them in single packs, like Silver Surfer, Stealth Tech, Iron Man, and Star-Lord, you have to buy in 3 packs. But if you just see them, pick them up. They're worth every penny you'll shell out to them. So this is my top 10 Marvel Universe figures. Tell me how you like it or don't like it. That'll affect if I ever do a top 10 on anything else like Star Wars or heck, even Indiana Jones, I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, anything like that. So, see you next time. This has been Jake Colangelo.